Every day, countless vehicles are born into human bodies. I've never told anyone this, but I was actually born a tank, but sadly, it wasn't one of our 52 genders. So, what? There's more than, there's 63 genders now?
Man, everybody trans. Video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com get you one of these Don 2.0 shirts. We have the, I'm still running the sale. I said I was going to stop, but so many of you guys are going to join the sale. I'm just going to keep it going as long as you buying it, as long as I'm going to keep selling it. 30% off the entire store, including this particular shirt. All you got to do is put third day. Spell it out, third day, one word, and you'll get 30% off the entire store. So go on and get your new merch. We got a whole bunch of other new stuff. Take advantage of it while it still lasts. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to the channel. Like this video, comment this video, share this video. Let's get in this. Ladies and gentlemen, I almost had a heart attack last night. My wife told me MrBeast transitioned, right? She said, Brandon, MrBeast, he transitioned. He a girl now. And I said, ain't no way whatsoever that MrBeast is now transgender, and it's not the biggest story in the world. So she kept looking. She go, look at this article. Every article said MrBeast, Chris Tyson, right? So I never knew who MrBeast's real name was. So I'm thinking that it was Chris Tyson. It says MrBeast, Chris Tyson transitioned. So then I did some more research, and I realized Chris Tyson is one of the co-founders, I would argue. He was MrBeast, the Jimmy, the one that we all know, the one that's like the main character. He was like his first subscriber, one of his ride or die, man. They started together. It was like three dudes, him, it was Jimmy, which I know him as MrBeast. It was the guy Chris Tyson, and then there was another guy named Chandler, and all three of those guys have this MrBeast channel, which if you don't understand the magnitude of this channel, you must be sleeping under a rock. They have over 145 million subscribers. I have two. They got 145 million. And they have over 100 million views per video. So this is one of the biggest YouTube channels that exists. Now let's talk about this for a minute. So Tyson is not MrBeast Jimmy, right? So a lot of people are putting that out there. That's not the case. But I just want you to understand the significance of this. Hundreds of millions of views per video. 145 million subscribers. And I think their average age group is like 25 and under is their biggest demographic that they're preaching to. And one of their main characters is now a girl. So let me talk about this real quick because I got a little slideshow. So somehow, just recently, and I don't know if this guy been struggling with this for a long time or he's not been struggling with this for a long time, but he came out, his coming out party was at this Nickelodeon Awards ceremony. Now, why does a grown man that transitioned is featured at a Nickelodeon Kids Award ceremony? So he comes out looking like this, dressing like that, and pretty much what he ended up doing was he made a mention that he was on HRT, which is the hormones that you take to end up making himself into a girl. So the dude came out in April and said, hey, I'm on HRT, I'm transitioning. I don't know if people knew about it or not. Then it was this. Obviously, people seeing him here. And then we go on, and there's a mixed emotions, right? There's people who support him, which you see some of these tweets here. There's people who support. And then there's also people who are dissenters. And MrBeast, I would say allegedly, I don't really know how he really feel about it. He came out in somewhat of a support of Chris's transition. But I would argue that this probably isn't a true support. It's probably a business decision, and I'm going to tell you why I think so. So these are the guys here. Obviously, this is the guy that turned into a trans. If I can get the mic on the right side. This is the guy that's turned into a trans. This is MrBeast in the middle, Jimmy and Chandler, who's the guy right over here. Now, the theory is, and at least what the rumor mill says, that Chandler isn't really supportive at all of what your boy Chris over here did. And some people also say that MrBeast ain't really in support of it. But, that's nor here nor there. I don't really know what the truth is. However, people are criticizing Chandler, which is the dude in the yellow shirt, because he's not openly coming out and saying, look, I'm glad that all of a sudden we were boys and now you a girl and you didn't transition on some weirdo stuff. So allegedly, now people claim that this is not 100% real that may have been fabricated, but supposedly this message was sent to another employee where you have MrBeast saying that, hey, we don't really support this necessarily, but we got to do it for business reasons. And one of his messages here, you can't read it, but I can read it. And it says, we have to support Chris like it is critical to the business. Creators have been canceled for less. Now, I don't know. It says MrBeast right here. It's got a blue check mark, but, you know, the authenticity is questionable. But I wouldn't be shocked if it's true that MrBeast has to do this, because then they'll come out as anti-LGBTQ. And I want you to understand this. 145 million subscribers, billions of page views, and this person is afraid to be honest about rejecting the trans lifestyle of a guy that was his best friend. I would argue one of his best friends. The power of the LGBTQ movement is absolutely astonishing to me. Now, we got this little slideshow prepared because this is the picture, and I'm not trying to put his people out there, but here's a picture of him when he was married, holding his kid, being a normal person, right? Normal, look like a normal dude. Look a little soft, look like his daddy wasn't, you know, really strong in his life, but he looked a little soft, but he looked like a man. Now, we got this one clip. I'm gonna click on it and then we'll jump to it. And this is one of the most controversial videos because listen to what Chris says in this video. I want you to listen.
133 million subscribers. I think we're on 141 now. That's cool.
We get it. You gain a lot of subscribers so fast. You're so popular and so famous.
Or it is to you.
Or, I mean, in a way it is to me. I am MrBeast. We are like a legion. We are one. We are many.
I am a legion. Or we're like a legion. We're one. We're many. Or I'm like a legion. We're one. We're many. Now, of course, there's a scriptural reference to it. You know, we had somebody write it in the scripture. It says Mark 5:9. It says, and he asked him, what is thy name? And he said, my name is Legion, for we are many. Now, it's a scripture, and people would argue it's a demonic scripture. I mean, the guy could be just making a reference and being funny, or this could be a bigger, more sinister agenda. Biggest YouTuber in the world, one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, one of the main characters transitions to a girl and is featured at Nickelodeon, making statements like, we are Legion. You got your boy, MrBeast, Jimmy, the head guy. You got him afraid to really call him out and say his true feelings because he's afraid to get canceled. You cannot tell me that this is not a bigger movement. You cannot tell me that it's not a bigger agenda. How do you have that many subscribers and you're afraid of getting completely canceled? I got 2 million and I don't care. You got 145 million and you're afraid of getting canceled for business purposes? Y'all, this agenda is far beyond what many people are giving credit to. Why is this dude doing what he's doing? Why all of a sudden people are transitioning and we've never seen before? And why is it mostly men turning into women? I'm just asking the question. Anyway, I got to get up out of here. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.